as a dental professional, if you're a dentist, dental therapist, dental hygienist, or a dental nurse, and you would like to move to Australia to start practicing your profession, then you need to watch this video to the end, okay? First things first, before you can practice your profession as a dental professional in Australia, you must first of all register with the Australia Dental Council. You cannot get a job in Australia, without registering with the Australia Dental Council. You must register with them to get their license to enable you practice in Australia. And you cannot get a job from your country in Australia as a dental professional unless you have the license to practice in Australia. But the good news is you can register, you can apply to register with the Australian Dental Council even while you are still in your country. It is similar to registering with GDC for UK, but they are different process. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to apply to the Australian Dental Council, step by step procedures, okay? Everything that you need to know. So stick around, watch this video to the end, and also don't forget to like this video. If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe. Okay, so let's proceed. First things first, first things first, for you to register with the Australian Dental Council, you are going to take 3 steps. The application process comes in 3 steps. The first one is the initial assessment. The second one is written exam. After the initial assessment and you pass it, then you move to written exam. After the written exam, you move to clinical exam. Don't worry, I'm going to be showing you step by step procedure on how you can apply for all these things, all the requirements you need. So let's go right away. This is the official website of the Australian Dental Council. Now, if you come to this official website and you don't know how to go about it, you're going to get confused because every detail about it is so confusing. So I'm going to break it down for you in this video. Don't worry about it, just stick around. I talked about the first step you need to do is to take the initial assessment, right? Now, for you to be eligible to apply for initial assessment, this is what you must have. First of all, hold a 4-year full-time university dental degree or diploma from a recognized university and have held full and unrestricted registration or license in either your home country or country of training with no withdrawal of registration. So if you are so if you have even if you have higher national diploma, HND as a Nigerian, you can still apply as if you're a dental therapist or a dental nurse or a dental technologist. But for dentists, of course, you must have your bachelor degree and you have your license with your home country, you're in good condition. This is the 2 requirements you need for you to apply for initial assessment. Very easy. Now, when we start assessing your initial assessment, you will provide with a candidate reference. This is just now. How do you go now? This is the detail. Have you seen it? Eligibility. Now, for this initial assessment, you must make a payment for it. The time frame for the initial assessment is 8 weeks. The cost is 628 Australian dollar for the application. And you can start your application from 1st July 2024. So the application is still open. You can still apply for this initial assessment if you would like to migrate to Australia to practice your profession. Okay. Then this initial assessment, once you pass it, the results will be valid for 7 years and you can apply anytime. Okay. Assessment frame 8 weeks approximately. 8 weeks should be like 2 months, and your assessment will be done. Okay, this assessment is kind of for them to assess your qualification. That is all. Once you pass the qualification, once your qualification is approved, you move to the second step, which is applying for a written exam. Let me show you. Now, what is the process? For you to start with initial assessment, you have to create an account, create an ADC Connect account. New candidates must create a new ADC Connect account to start. Have you seen it? You can complete initial at any time, anytime. So I'm going to open this in ADC, or I'm going to show you people what this ADC Connect account means or looks like. Then the second process for applying for this initial assessment is to identify your application type. You need to confirm your registration. For example, what this one is saying, that if you are a dentist, you cannot apply to be assessed as a dental hygienist. If you're a dental hygienist, you cannot apply to be assessed as a dental nurse. So whatever qualification you have from your home country, that is what you will apply to be assessed with. So that is it. Now, for dentists, there are three options: initial assessment for registration, skill assessment if you wish to complete initial one. Then you must document everything. Do you understand? Now, the next one is to complete your initial assessment. Now, this is what you need. This is the document you need to submit. Once you get this document ready and you have the registration money ready, you are good to apply for assessment. The first one is a current passport. You must have the passport of your country, recent passport photograph of you, evidence of change of name. If you're married, you bring evidence of change of name, dental qualification, your qualification, official certificate. Official certificate, not statement of results. So if you've not gotten your official certificate from your school, apply for it before you start this assessment, this thing. Or testimony, academic transcripts, internship certificates. If you did your internship, you must provide your internship certificate, evidence of registration or license to practice. So these things are very, very easy to get. If you're a Nigerian qualified dental therapist or dentist or dental nurse, these things are very easy for you. Do you understand? So you don't even need to get certificate of good standing from the board or whatever. Just this thing, one, two, three, four, five, six. These things are very, very easy to get if you want to submit for initial assessment. Okay, so this is it. You must provide an official English translation. For example, if you're from a country that your qualification was not in English, you have to translate it. Okay. So if your document is different from your name that you're answering, let's say you're married, you need to provide evidence of a legal change of name. So that is it. Now, the next one is arrange for certificate or letter of good standing to be sent to the agency. So you arrange for certificate of good standing from your board to be sent to them directly. Directly. Now, receive an initial assessment option. So once your assessment is received and after the assessment, there are three possible outcomes. Your application is successful and you're able to apply for the written exam. Your application is incomplete and you're required to submit additional information. Your application is successful and you're ineligible to proceed with the process. So these are three possible responses you will get. Do you understand? And after you get this, if you get a positive response, if you get number one response, the mail is going to last for 7 years. So you have the whole of 7 years to prepare for the second part, which is written exam. So let's look for the written exam. So at this point, please like this video and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So this is what you need for the written exam. The written exam is the second stage, just like I told you guys before. Now, this is what you need to know for the exam if your assessment becomes successful. Knowledge of the science and practice of dentistry and clinical judgment and reasoning skills to practice in Australia. So these are what you need. Okay. So time frame 5 months. This is how much you're going to pay. 2060 Australian dollar is what you're going to pay for this written exam. And once you're done with your written exam, it's going to last for 3 years. Do you understand? So that is it. So for this year, 2024, this is the date for the examination. It was already September. So what is the process for apply? Apply for a written exam place. To sit the written exam, you must have a valid initial assessment like earlier. Meet the requirements. So if you need requirements, that is it. Then you need to book a written exam venue. Okay. So, for those of you that might say, where do I take the exam? Okay. Testing center have capacity. In some cases, you may be required to travel outside your home country to sit for the written exam. So, you might even travel to Australia for the written exam. It depends. So, to sit your exam, you must bring two forms. So, this is it. So, for you to prepare for this exam, you must first of all pass the assessment period. But just be aware that you're going to write a written exam after the assessment. Then you move to the practical exam. So the practical exam is the last part of it. The last part of it is the practical exam. So the practical exam is the last part of it. Once you pass the practical exam, you will officially receive your your registration. Now, this is the amount you will pay for the practical exam, 4,635 Australian dollar is the amount you pay. And once you pass this practical exam, it doesn't expire. It doesn't expire. So what's the process? Apply for a practical exam place. You must have a valid initial assessment, have a valid written examination, meet the eligibility requirements, then book your preferred practical exam section. Then after that, sit for your practical exam and receive your practical examination. So once you are done, after you successfully complete the practical examination, you will be awarded an ADC certificate. This certificate confirms your eligibility to apply for registration with the Dental Board of Australia. Once you pass these three SI assessments, you will just have to go ahead and register with the Dental Board of Australia, and that will be all you need. Okay. So, if Australia is a dream country and you would like to move to Australia to practice your profession, then these three steps is a must that are what you need to do, what you need to do for you to start practicing in Australia. Okay, so about the ADC Connect, this is how you create an account with it. And that is all you need to know and get prepared to, register and start practicing in Australia as a dental professional. Okay. So if you find this video really helpful and informative, don't forget to like. If you have questions, leave it at the comment section. Okay. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.